Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. It is Tea and Tarot time with Julie. So grab yourself a cup of tea. I got a cup of tea here. You do you. You get whatever is good for you. We are here looking at the energy, the information that wants to come through for the coming week of the 6th of February. For the collective. This isn't for any particular sign. This is just a general energy that you can harness, tap into, embrace, be using it for guidance. So we are here to nourish your life and feed your soul, or feed your life and nourish your soul, whichever way round you want to put it. But we are here to help. All right, let's have a little look then. Let me bring the camera down and see what deck are we using, please? Oh, okay, that's unusual. We are using the traditional Rider-Waite deck. All right, what is the guidance for the collective for this week, please? Thank you very much. We've got the Four of Cups. Tell me more. Okay, good to go. We've got the King of Wands and the Ace of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Wands, I'll call this fire, and the Lovers. Oh, hello. All righty. Okay, what else do we want, please? We're going to get an animal oracle. Okay. This is the wisdom. No, it's not the wisdom. This is the animal oracle deck. All the cards I use are linked below. I usually tell you, sometimes I forget, but I usually tell you what the decks are. All right, let's have a little look. What's the animal theme then? What's the totem? Okay. Oh, nice. It's koi fish spirit, which is all about abundance. Happy days. Okay, let's get you an affirmation as well. These are mine from Hoping to Having. What's the most appropriate affirmation for the collective, please, for this week? I am the source of that which I wish to be and have. I am the source. Alrighty, so anything else we want, please? Yes, okay. They're clearly a bit chatty today. Okay, we're getting a wisdom of the oracle as well. Thank you. All right, unfinished symphony. Okay, all right. Let's get them in view. All right, that kind of wants to go there, and that kind of wants to go there. All right, let me get them straight. I can't help it. I'm a Virgo. It's got to be straight. It's got to be tidy. Tidy, as we say in Wales. I live in England now, but I'm Welsh. All righty. Now, let's have a little chat about this week. Okay. Now, from the 14th to the 20th of February, there is some absolutely bonkers energy going on. Massive stuff, conjunctions, and the year of the fire horse starting on the 17th. We've got Valentine's Day. We've got, I know that's not astrology, but it's a very strong energy of love and connections coming in as well. And this last week, let's explain what do I mean by this last week. This is the last week that we have, the full week before we move into the new Chinese astrological year of the fire horse, which is incredibly powerful. So we're coming out very last week of the year of the snake. Thank you. We've had enough of that transformation, haven't we? We've had enough of the shedding and the letting go. But Spirit is saying with this unfinished symphony card here, the collective consciousness is saying anything that you haven't finished, finish it now, because you're running out of time. So no pressure then. Okay. But it's looking at it, what is unfinished business. This could be to do with relationships, because we've got the Lovers on the table. And I don't mean current well, yeah, okay, they're saying, well, it could be. It could be. But predominantly, this is more about the past. So, maybe I'm not fully over an ex. Maybe I'm not fully over that job I lost. And maybe I'm not fully over ... fill in the blanks. Whatever that is, just say, this is I'm done. This is finished. This is done. I am so ready to embrace the new energy. Okay. It's going to speed up. It's going to get fast. Think about a horse. They go quite quickly. All right. So it's freedom. It's empowerment. It's a drive forward. And then we add the fire to it. They're asking me to explain a little bit about this. Now, I don't know much. Let me come up here and talk to you for a little minute. I am not an astrologer, and I don't know much about Chinese astrology in particular. I do know that I am a rabbit and I'm a water rabbit, okay? And I've got a basic understanding of what that means. Now, we get water, fire, we get all the elements, right? So a horse comes round, I believe, every 12 years, but a fire horse comes round every 60 years. I don't quite know how it works, but I'm sure if you just tap it into YouTube University or Google or any search engine that you prefer to use, you'll find out an awful lot about it. Okay, so this is a 60-year thing. So the last time this happened was in 1966, and that energy kind of drove things forward of change. So we're kind of in that again. Now we add to that, we're also in a 1 year, which is the beginnings of the new. And we put the two together and it's like, hold on to your hats if you've got a hat, because you might need to. We're going to be moving forward quite quickly. So I want you to use this week, this last week of the 6th of February up till the 14th of February for two things. Feel the energy building, because I can, and I'm sure if you just kind of go into yourself and sort of tap into that beautiful energy that you have, you'll feel it too, okay? So feel the energy and set your intention, saying to the universe, I'm ready to embrace my best life. I'm ready to move into the new. Show me how. Thank you so much. All right. So we're kind of aligning with it in advance. Now, the second thing is, if there's anything left that I need to finish off, show me and help me do it easily. Not necessarily quickly. We don't want to rush things. But when an energy's ready to go and we allow it to go and we say to ourselves, this is easy. This is just flowing. Then we make it so. Right? When we say this is hard, this is difficult, I don't know what she's talking about, I don't know how to do it, then we're immediately putting walls up and blocking everything. Okay, we don't mean to, of course we don't. But I want you to step into this energy within you of you are the source, you are the power, you are the divine God force within you, the divinity, the creative force. You hold the power and the universe matches it, rather than the power comes from the universe to you when you're this little insignificant spark of nothingness, because that's absolutely not true. All right, step into your own power and say to the universe, thank you for supporting me and helping me to free myself from the chains that bind me, from anything limiting me, from any restrictions within me. Thank you for helping me, and to do it easily, safely, gently, and in the flow. Okay? So I just wanted to kind of tap into that energy that we're in at the moment, or I can kind of feel it building, building, building. And it's also, I'll do another one for next Friday, but this whole thing of February is quite, I don't want to say tense, but it does feel like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, they're giving me the image of the birth canal. Okay, not very pretty, I know. All right, but any of you mums out there, you know that last bit, that last push, and then the relief. But that last bit, everything is so tight and you're like, this is never going to come out of there. Yes, it will. Last push. All right. I want you to get into that last push. Okay. All right. Let's come to the cards then. Let's have a little look about this. So, unfinished symphony. Last push, whatever that is. All right. We need it to go. All right. To birth into the new. That's what we're doing. So, be the source of that which you wish to be and have. I am the source, right? The source, the beginning, it's within me. If I want to draw something to me, I need to be vibrating on that resonance now. What the hell does that mean? If I want money, I need to feel a sense of abundance within me, even if I've only got a couple of quid, a couple of bucks, even if I've only got a little bit. I've got a roof over my head, I've got my car, right? Whatever it is you've got, just focus on what you do have and step into that energy, because that attracts more of it to you rather than the other way round. I'll feel abundant when I get XYZ. It's like, no, cart before horse. We need to do it the other way round. So if you want love in your life, love yourself, be the source. I am love, I am pure love, and then you start to attract love to you. Yeah? If you want health, try, and I know it's not easy when you're not feeling well, and particularly when you're in pain, or when, all the medical profession have told you you're sick and you forget it, you can't get any better. We tap into that, but we forget how powerful we are. So please step into this energy with health of my body is restoring to full health, my body is a healing machine, my vitality is growing every day. Get into this positive mindset, all right, my beautiful people. Be the source of that which you wish to be and have. Okay, now let's look at this koi. Koi spirit in Oracle represent abundance. All right, any fish doesn't just have to be koi, but they represent abundance. This is a 36, a number 9. That's a 10. All right, endings and beginnings. There's no number on my cards. All right, but this koi fish, number 9, nearly there, all right? So I want you to get into this abundance flow. And abundance isn't just money. You know this, all right? It's energy, it's flow, it's life, it's chi, and money, all right? And beautiful things and appreciation and all good things. Get into that flow. There is always enough. If your beliefs and your mindset is set and stuck like mine was for a long time, there's never enough, there's never enough, there's never enough. And guess what? We create never enough. All right, when we shift that over to there is always enough, there is an unlimited flow, we start to see the shift. Okay, so this is what we're moving into now. Let's look at the cards then. So we've got one major arcana card with the Lovers here. The rest of it is day-to-day nitty-gritty stuff. The major arcana of the Lovers is saying that we need to look at this in a bit more broader sense, not just the day-to-day, a broader sense. So this can, of course, talk about loving relationships, romantic relationships, marriage, partners, lovers, right? But it also can represent any real partnership. That could be you and your best friend, a business partnership, your partnership with your family, your partnership with your work, your partnership with your home. You co-create, you're in this energy with your home. It kind of goes a bit further than just my husband and my wife. Now, it also is all about decisions. This Lovers card, the Gemini card, is about this or that. Right, this or that. Now, when the head and the heart are in opposition, I want you to just trust your heart. Okay, when your head is going, but that wouldn't work because, but maybe, or all the fears, all the doubts, all the insecurities, all the limitations, that's your head. All right, oh, that's a bit airy scary, don't do that, that's your head. Right, and if your heart follows that, going, yeah, this absolutely doesn't feel right, super. They're singing from the same hymn sheet. They're working together as a team. Follow it, listen to it. But when they're in opposition, when your head is saying, ooh, ifs, buts, and maybes, but your heart is saying, but it feels so right. It feels so right. Please follow your heart. All right? Your heart knows. So let's have a look at it then. The Four of Cups. I'm being offered something here and I don't know whether to take it. I don't know whether this is a good offer or a bad offer, and I'm really not sure. Now notice his hands, crossing your arms, all right, kind of sort of energy, right? He's a little bit in a huff. He's a little bit like, well, you promised me that before and it didn't work out, and I don't know whether I'm going to believe you. I don't know whether to trust you. It's rooted down with the Seven of Swords, which is the card of deceit and deception, but it's also the card of strategy and planning. It doesn't have to be sneaky. Sometimes it's the wisest move. Okay, so let's look at this then. What is this about? He's got his 3 cups already, standing upright, all right, which means that we're not in a disaster. The cups are not spilled. But those cups are just not doing it for him anymore. This is a card of a bit bored, a bit stagnated, a bit kind of, right? It's not a card of being greedy or, what's the word I'm looking for? Ungrateful. Thank you. It's about this has been okay. This has been great. But perhaps I loved it to bits when I first started this. But it kind of feels a bit flat and stale now. It kind of feels a bit boring now. Right? Why? Why does that happen? Why do we start a job, love it, and then like 2 or 3 years later, 5, 10 years later, like, you know, why does that happen? Well, because we grow, we evolve, we change. And if the job changes and grows with us, happy days, we carry on. But usually they don't. We outgrow it. We can outgrow friendships. We can outgrow relationships. We can outgrow marriages. People grow. Think about a marriage, and you get married, say, at 20. At 40 or 50 or 60, you are not the same person. You've both evolved. You've both changed. Now, a strong, healthy marriage will kind of not allow is the wrong word, but support each other in that growth and in those changes, and still find a common ground where they connect. A lot of other people have kind of grown further and further apart until they look at each other and say, I don't know who you are and I don't know why I'm with you. Right? That's the time that we either can pull it back in and put both, but it takes two. Put the effort in to reconnect on a different level, on a grown-up level, on a mature level, on a wiser level, or to go separate ways. But that example also, is for jobs, friendships, homes. We outgrow things. So what he's doing here with his arms folded, doing the oof, is saying, well, what was that all about 2025? What was that all about the last 10 years? What was that all about the last 9 years of this 9-year cycle that's now finished, and we're in a 1 year? Where am I now? Who am I now? What do I want? He's kind of asking himself all these questions. He's also looking at where perhaps he has been misled, or a bit illusional, a bit delusional. Sometimes we can be, can't we? We've got, I think it's Neptune moving out or something. Yeah, I think it's Neptune moving out of Pisces and into Aries. And Neptune, Pisces can be a little bit kind of in the flow, a bit too much. All right. So the astrologers will say there's a kind of reality check coming now, where you look at things and say, oh, I really thought that was going to be fabulous. And actually the reality, now that I think it's Neptune, I might be wrong, let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'm not an astrologer. That now it's in Aries, I can see it clearly, and I can kind of go, yeah, right. Okay, so what it does, all of this, is it gives us this realization. It gives us this aha moment, and it says, okay, I'm taking my power. I'm stepping into my King of Wands and my Knight of Wands energy to take action. Here's the fire. I'm building it. It's growing. It's expanding. It's getting stronger. The King of Wands is dynamic, determined, assertive, go-getting, and the Knight of Wands goes charging in there and gets on with things. This is the kind of fire horse. He hasn't started yet. He doesn't start till the 17th. This is the week of the 6th. But this is what I'm talking about. It's building. You can feel this energy building. It never works upstairs that one day it's this and the next day is that. Overnight, like hits midnight and like Cinderella, dong, 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 and we're in a new day. It doesn't work like that. It's a gradual shift from one to the other. So feel this power of the fire driving you forward now, okay? Feel it driving you forward to this new beginning, the Ace of Swords, the aha moments, the clarity, the inspiration, the ideas, and let those ideas be coming from the heart. Follow the heart. Listen to that. Now, for some of you, this can be a new relationship. We are in February. It is a strong energy of love. The astrologers do support that it's a strong energy in February for love, if that's what you want. And for some of you, the Ace of Swords with the Lovers can be a new relationship or a new beginning in your existing relationship. Allow it to be what it is for you, all right? But it doesn't have to be about romantic relationships. This can be new ideas in business. This can be new ideas about where I want to live. Follow the heart and you will be fine, okay? Right, let's finish off with an angel message for you. Alrighty, okie dokie, what have we got? I am beautiful. Right, you might kind of, when I first looked at this card and I thought, well, lovely, we're talking about self-love here. We're talking about self-appreciation, to see the beauty in yourself, to see and appreciate and accept yourself for who you are. Number 37 comes to a 10. Of course, that breaks down to a 1, new beginning. But it's more than that. It's more than that. When you see the beauty within yourself, being the source of that which you wish to see, right, and be. So when you see that beauty within yourself, you start to align with life outside of you being far more beautiful. I know it's a miracle, but it's not. It's the law of attraction, right? So if you've been looking at life and thinking life is ugly and harsh and difficult and challenging and not what you want, step into this energy of I am beautiful. I see my own beauty. And I'm not talking about aesthetics. I'm talking about the beauty. And you might think, I am stunning. And that's great. But it's not about that. It's about the beauty within you, your energy, your light, your heart, your personality, your characteristics, just loving you. When you start to see your beauty, you attract to you a life that is more beautiful. And we all want that, yeah? Okay, anything else? They're saying they want another. Oh, unicorn card. Okay, this is the magic of the unicorns. Beautiful, high vibrational energy. What do we have from the unicorns? Thank you. We have the violet flame, which absolutely makes sense. For those of you who don't know about the violet flame is a powerful light, a powerful like flamey energy that is violet, purple, okay? And then what we have, this is linking in with the crown chakra. And the crown chakra is our connection to source and our higher self. It is anti-negativity, anti-fear, antidepressant, anti-anything that is a low vibration. What the violet flame does is you visualize it whipping around you, whirling around you, swirling around you, and you imagine it burning off any negativity, any fear, any old energy, any of that old snake energy, any of that unfinished business energy. I use the violet flame at least once a week. Okay, and I'm not a negative person, but we pick up negative energy and we can get into, a little bit of fear and insecurity, normal. And when I feel a bit flat or I feel a bit uninspired, I call upon the violet flame. All right, I use Saint Germain. All right, but it doesn't matter. You can use the unicorns. You just command the universe. Thank you for bringing me the violet flame. The words I use is I am calling upon Saint Germain to invoke the violet flame to transmute all negativity from in and around me. Those are the words I use, but it's the intention behind them rather than the words. The intention is I am neutralizing negativity. So we've got the violet flame. It's a number 26, which breaks down to an 8, which is all about infinity, abundance, and flow. So the card says, invoke the cosmic diamond violet flame. Transmute all that is not love. And then, my beautiful people, you are ready to hit the ground running as we move into the new energies from the middle of February onwards. Get ready, hold on to your hats. Okay, that is what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for letting me read for you. I hope it was helpful. It's lovely, as always, to connect with you. And I will see you next week. I'm going to, all of your sort of February-ish readings are up except for the last 2. They're coming this over the weekend, and then next week I'm going to be posting some one-off messages for the collective. I'm not sure how many at the moment, whether there's going to be 1, 2, 3 or 4, but there's going to be, they're not for the day, they're just like what you need to know right now. They're going to be coming next week, so keep an eye out for them. In the meantime, I'm going to pop up here your February playlist, but it's not specific to February, so don't be saying, oh well, Pisces only got theirs on the 8th, we've missed a week. It's basically for the next few weeks. Okay, all right, my beautiful people, lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.